Morning traders, and this is your Dax day trade setup for today. So the volatility continues. I think for me at the moment, I'm not even going to bother trading this for the rest of the month. If you look at what's happened this month so far, it really had no direction. We've been all over the place. And now what's happened is we've ended up with a massive engulfing bar. If we just measure that was a 100-point trade on the DAX. But we did break our range that we were looking at yesterday to the upside, and then that failed and we moved to the downside. So I suspect this downside is going to continue and probably more than likely looking to get through 11,550. The thing is that we do have the 200 SMA here. Okay, and this is the daily 200 SMA. So, it's going to continue to be a battle. As you can see, most of the month it's been a battle around this level. So one way or another, we're either going to clear this level to the downside or we're going to reject it and clear it to the upside. So that's pretty much what's going on at the moment. If we look at the 3 hour, you'll see, we start off the week with a nice engulfing. Then we had this inside bar and we had our range forming. We'll look at that on the hour, much clearer on the hour. But we have had a grouping of the oscillators and then a move to the downside. So I do suspect this level is going to get tested today, 11,550, and then we'll have to see what happens at this level. But ultimately, I think this bigger range is probably going to continue. So that's the top of our range. This could be the bottom of our range, or alternatively, somewhere down there. Okay, but ultimately, this is what it's looking like. The other thing that could be forming here is pretty much there's a double shoulder here. There's a head, and this could be forming another shoulder. So it could be forming inverse head and shoulders, but on the 3 hours, so you'll have to wait for that pattern to materialize. Okay, so if we look at the hour, yesterday we were talking about we're actually looking at it on the lower time frames, but we're looking at that consolidation range. We did get a break to the upside. I suppose it did hit the range target. And if you look to the left, there was congestion, so it did hit the target before rejecting and then falling to the downside. Okay, so there was our consolidation. We got the break above that fractal level and hit the target and then moved to the downside. Okay, so yeah, I was also looking at it like this, which could still be a scenario as well, but I do suspect this gap. This is this is the third attempt at breaking through this level, and with every gap, this is how it plays out. The first bar, opening bar, from when the gaps, which is this one, is always tested first. So it's tested there, tested again, and now we have got a close just below it or just on it, depends how you look at it. Okay, so this level gives the next level, logical level, is the gap, and I would go for this breakout retest here. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm expecting today. Expect another move to the downside, and then possibly an opportunity to be long at 11,548. I would just keep a stop at 11,476. Trouble is we still have another gap lower down as well. Okay, and if you look at the 1 hour, the trend has changed. We're pointing to the downside. Only problem is we have almost a double bottom here plus a grouping of the oscillator. So I think this pullback is going to be short-lived. It will find some support somewhere, and the most logical one for me is definitely 11,548. So just get rid of all this other noise. Okay, so expecting more downside down to 11,548 or 11,550 before having a look to see what's going to happen next. Okay, so that's kind of my view for today. First down, then probably some consolidation along here or a bounce off here. Okay, anyway guys, that's my view for today on the DAX. And yeah, let's wait and see what happens. Hope it helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.